Yeah. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. वासुदेवेन्द्र योगीन्द्रम् नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुम् मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधो विधीयते. So the text begins by the author saying, साधन चतुष्टय संपन्नाधिकारिणां मोक्ष साधन भूतं तत्व विवेक प्रकारं वक्ष्यामः. We will say this shastra for you, this text for you, which will become the means for moksha, for liberation, for freedom, freedom from bondage, meaning freedom from the sense that I am bound. For these seekers who are qualified with the fourfold qualifications. And how are we going to say Tattva Viveka Prakaram? We are going to say the Tattva. We are going to do the discrimination of what the Tattva is, what the reality is, as well as we are going to tell you the Prakaram, the means or the method of doing this discrimination, the method of distinguishing this reality. So both of this we are going to tell you, because why we are going to tell you this? Because that is the means for liberation, moksha sadhana. It is the means for moksha, it is the means for liberation, and this we are going to tell you, the seekers who are the qualified seekers, qualified with the fourfold qualifications. So Shishya asks, Sadhana Chatushtayam Kim? What are those fourfold qualifications? So Guruji replies, Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekah, Iha Mutrartha Phalabhoga Viragah, Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi, Vimukshitvam Cheti. So, Viveka, Vairagya, these two qualifications, which are the qualifications of the buddhi, of the intellect, of the thinking faculty. Then Shamadhi Shatka Sampattihi, this is the qualification of the emotional faculty, meaning the faculty which behaves habitually. We behave habitually. That faculty which behaves habitually, that is called emotional faculty, or that's the mind. Whereas the Vivek and Vairagya is by the intellect. And Mumukshutvam is the fourth quality, that intense desire for liberation. That this is what I want. That is called Mumukshutvam. So what is Vivekaha? Vivekaha here is described as discrimination of Nitya and Anitya Vastu. Distinguishing the ability to be able to tell that this is Nitya Vastu and this is Anitya Vastu. The ability to be able to distinguish between what is permanent and what is impermanent. The ability to distinguish between what is changing and what is anitya, changing, and what is unchanging, nitya, what is unchanging. So this ability is called nitya anitya vastu vivekaha. Then viragaha is what? Iha amutra artha phala bhoga viragaha. Dispassion. Viragaha is dispassion. That I'm not tempted to go for the enjoyment which you typically receive by as a result of doing karma, of doing actions, as a result of actions Sorry, I'm just going by the samasa. So basically, the enjoyment that you gain here or hereafter, in this life or in the life after death. So when one does not have temptation for getting happiness from the results of actions which will give them happiness either here or after death, then that is called viragaha. That state of mind is called viragaha. Samadhi Shatka Sampatti, as we said, it's emotional maturity. It's that mastery over this habitual faculty, and mumukshutva is the desire, intense desire for liberation. So then we were looking into each of these qualifications in detail. So the student asks, Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekah Kaha. What is this Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekah? Already I told, but Guruji replies in detail. What is that? Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma Tad Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Ayameva Nitya Anitya Vastu Vivekah. Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahma. There is only one entity called Brahma, which is permanent, which is Nitya, which is unchanging, which is infallible, which is trustworthy, which never cheats me. Tad Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Anything other than that is what? Anityam, impermanent, changing, fallible, not trustworthy, keeps on breaking my trust. So what is Nitya Anitya? We should understand in our life's context. That do I feel frustrated in life when I am expecting something and I don't get the same from that from that thing or situation? Then that is called anityam. My frustration from a thing because it didn't stand up to what I thought it to be. Why is that? Why am I getting frustrated? Because I thought that it will give me this much happiness, and it was not able to give me this much happiness. It gave me only this much happiness. So, then what happens? Then I continue to go for something else, which will give me more happiness. Or perhaps even if that thing that I go after, I thought that okay, it will give me this much happiness, and it gave you this much happiness. But what do I find? I'm not satisfied with this much happiness. Now that much happiness, that object or situation becomes stale for me. You know. So then you want something new. Uh, why? Why is that? Because it loses its charm over time. Like Sajni said once, law of diminishing. Uh, you know. Yeah.
Returns.
Yes.
I have to call a
Yes.
patient. I'll be right back, Pushtaji.
Yeah. So law of diminishing
Diminution.
returns. So like that, uh, even if we go for happiness from objects and situation, and it may give us happiness, but it doesn't last long. And so what happens is we continue to go, we give that thing up, and then we go after something else. Same thing happens. The result is the same. Okay, we will go after that thing, we will get it, and we'll be fine for some time. Maybe for some more time, we'll be able to derive happiness from that particular thing. And again, we find that okay, we lose interest in that thing. No longer that thing charms us, and then we go after something else. So like that, if we scrutinize our life has constantly been after a hunt. It is
Mm.
hunting happiness which is going to last for some more time, some more time, some more
Mm.
time than what that thing is able to give. So this
Mhm.
is what our life has been. And
Yeah.
so I am trying to go after that thing or situation which will give me the longest
Mm.
lasting happiness. So
Mm.
now the question is there such a thing called the longest lasting happiness? And we don't know. We have never
Mm.
experienced it. But uh, we, we do have a desire for it.
Yeah.
Why? Because uh, that is the reason why we keep on going after something or the other. So
Mhm.
we definitely have a desire. There is no negating in that, that we do
Mm.
have that desire for
That's
something.
uh,
Whether that thing is there or not, we don't know yet. But the desire is there.
uh,
Now, the Shastra is telling you that there is such a thing.
uh,
So far, you kept on hearing that there is Bhagavan. Now, what is
mm.
Bhagavan? You had no idea. There's Bhagavan. Okay, fine.
Mm.
Now, the Shastra comes and tells you that this Bhagavan or this Brahman is that Nitya Vastu.
Mhm.
There is such a thing called Nitya Vastu, which is going to last forever, uh,
Mm.
which you cannot, there is
That that is not
you cannot top it
temporary.
up,
Uh,
and you cannot top it up. You can always top it up. What is that topping it? What do you top up? You can top up your data, cell phone
uh,
data, or whatever.
uh,
But with this happiness, you cannot top it up. It is the
mm.
toppest. It's
Mm.
unlimited data, unlimited happiness,
Mhm.
unlimited, which you cannot top it up.
Okay.
Because it need not,
The top up.
it doesn't need to be
Mm.
topped up.
Mm.
So that kind of entity is there.
Mhm.
So far, you went for vanilla ice cream.
Mhm.
Then it lost its charm. You went for
Uh,
butterscotch.
uh,
Went
and
for
you keep
butterscotch.
going.
Then you went for, I don't know, whatever different
Uh,
flavors comes.
mm.
And then so now you want to go after this one flavor which
Mm.
is not going to come and go. And
Mm.
so you have to be told that yes, there is such a thing.
Mm.
And not only so, when you are told that there is such a thing, you should have trust that there
Mhm.
is such a thing. Not that I'm making up,
Mhm.
I'm making up stories so that you will come and listen to me every
Mhm.
Sunday. You should have that faith that no, Shastra is telling, and what Shastra tells uh, is trustworthy.
Mm.
Uh, it's something reliable. It uh, it is something that it doesn't say, it doesn't disappoint me. It says
Mhm.
words which doesn't disappoint me. So with this Shraddha, with this faith, when you approach, then
Mm.
you want, uh, then you start inquiring, and that curiosity
Mhm.
develops, and you want to know that that okay, then I want that. What is it? Like, uh, when you had your first
Mm.
phone,
Mhm.
cell phone, you didn't have the phone, the what do you call smartphone. So
Mm.
you saw it with your friend, and now you wanted it. So initially you had the thought, and then you wanted it. That thought developed into, no, now I want it. It
Mhm.
continued to develop, and then finally you got it. So like that, this Nitya Vastu, the first thought that yes, this Nitya Vastu, this unchanging reality, there is something called this unchanging reality. It is an
Mm.
entity, yes. So just as you can go after this ice cream, vanilla ice cream, butterscotch ice cream, and whatnot, you can go after this Brahman. You can
Mm-hmm.
know this. You can have it. You can. It is something. So not only that this entity exists, but if it was an entity like going on Mars or Jupiter,
Mm-hmm.
what use would it be to you?
Mm.
Not only is there such an entity called Nitya Vastu, Ekam Brahma, but it is also attainable.
Yeah.
Second thing, it is attainable. So then you are tempted. Okay, if there is such a thing, and if it is attainable, then I want that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be satisfied with this limited happiness. I want more happiness.
Mm-hmm.
So, so this understanding arises that Nitya Vastu Ekam Brahman means there is such a thing called unchanging, limitless happiness,
Happiness.
and that is only one. There is only one entity like that, and everything other than that entity is what is changing. So now with this is called Viveka. This is called distinguishing between what is Nitya and
Mm-hmm.
Anitya. So this becomes your base. This becomes your base in approaching and navigating your life. So this much we saw. Then did we enter Viragaha little bit?
Yeah, so we all આપણે બધાનું થોડું થોડું like just definitions જોઈ હતી.
Okay.
And
So
then
we'll go
Vivek we did the whole like the whole.
Viveka, we
Uh-huh.
did the whole thing.
Mm.
Yes. So then, yeah, we dwelled upon it. How you mentioned about, I gave you the homework of seeing the
Mm.
desire behind all the desires and
Mhm.
to see how
Mhm.
uh, you came up with this example that how you got this new job which you were always wanting to,
Mm.
and how you saw that after settling into the job, after some time you found that the excitement
It's
it
gone.
was it
Mhm.
was gone, and then it didn't stood to as much happiness you had expected from that thing. So
Mm.
basically that happiness faded away after a while. So what is that? That you were able to see that anityatvam,
Mhm.
the changing aspect, the
Yep.
changing happiness in that particular situation.
Mm.
So this we try to analyze through our life,
Mhm.
uh, and then perhaps a little bit of okay, this is part of life, so you go on to handle it. But there's
Mm.
also a little bit of frustration inside that, okay, it didn't give me as much happiness as I was expecting it to be. Yes, it gave me happiness, but not as much as I expected it to be. So, there, when that feeling is coming, what is happening is you are going through some frustration
Mm.
internally, right? Like, okay, damn it, it didn't give me as much happiness as I thought it will give me. So frustration, why is the frustration coming? Because you thought it will give you more happiness,
Mm.
but it was not capable to give you as much happiness as you thought. So you projected more
Mm.
happiness upon that thing or situation than what that thing or situation could give you.
Yeah.
So this Viveka also involves what? This ability to distinguish that uh, anything which is changing cannot give you
Right.
changeless happiness.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Anything which is limited cannot give you limitless happiness.
Mm.
So then you're expecting more happiness from a particular object or situation is nothing but our own projection. So our own projection that this thing will give me this much happiness is causing frustration in me. Our own miscalculation is causing sorrow to us because that thing didn't turn out to be as I expected or as I evaluated. And so, so that is why is this viveka necessary of nitya and anitya vastu viveka? So that what I have been doing is not only have I not done this discrimination of what is lasting happiness or where is it coming from, and the happiness that I am getting so far, uh, is it the kind of happiness that I want? Or am I looking for some other kind of
Something.
happiness?
Yeah.
So this I haven't thought of so far. And secondly, the other thing that is happening is I have been looking for some other kind of happiness, but in the wrong place. So I am projecting two different kind of things on each other. And so it is either most of the time in my life, I am either undervaluing something or overvaluing something. And so there is constantly I am going through some flux, some frustration. Uh, so then Vedanta wants us to live intelligently. Living intelligently means what? Meaning understanding a thing for what is, not undervaluing it, not overvaluing it. It is not telling you to give up all the money and be on roads. Neither is it telling you to, take money as everything, that you do not go further in life. So understand the value of money for what it is. Take advantage of it for, in living your life, but do not give over importance to money, thinking that it is the source of happiness. So this viveka, this discrimination, slowly Vedanta makes us do. You live whatever life you are living, but it's the attitude that is, changed in our mind. જે ભાવનાથી આપણે બધું કરતા હોઈએ કે પહેલા હું મની વધારે મળશે, વધારે કમાઈશ તો વધારે ખુશ થઈશ, એવી આપણી so ત્યાં બદલાવ લાવવાનો છે. So we still continue to earn more. It is not that we don't stop earning. We can still earn more and we can still contribute in the world by earning more, by helping others and helping ourselves. But this equation that more money will give you more happiness, the equations we have to change. Understanding about the life has to be changed. So that is about Viveka. Now we go to the next one. So Shishya asks, Viragaha kaha? What is this Vairagya? What is this Viragaha? So Guruji says, Iha swarga bhogeshu ichcharahityam. It's the freedom from desires, or I should not say freedom. Actually, it amounts to freedom, but literal translation will be absence of desire uh, in uh, absence of desire for enjoying pleasures either in this world or hereafter, after death, the world after death. So dispassion is absence of desire to enjoy pleasures of this world or Swarga meaning the world after
After.
death,
Mm.
after death, hereafter. So let us look into this. So how Swamiji beautifully defines this. I'm going to read the Gujarati definition that he has given. નિત્ય અને અનિત્ય વસ્તુનો વિવેક કર્યા પછી નિત્ય વસ્તુને પ્રાપ્ત કરવાની તીવ્ર ઈચ્છા હોય ત્યારે અનિત્ય વસ્તુ પ્રત્યેના આપણા ભાવનું નામ વૈરાગ્ય. So I don't think I could have done with such a clarity, so I just wanted to read that sentence. So let us think about it in English now. So when I have intense desire for moksha, when I have intense desire for that nitya vastu, meaning when I have intense desire for that changeless happiness, then the attitude that I will have for all the changing objects, that attitude is called Vairagya. So Vairagya happens. Vairagya is not something that you create. This passion is not something that you create. It happens. It happens as a culmination of your maturity of this Viveka. So Viveka, when it matures, it will culminate into Vairagya. So if we find that we don't have enough Vairagya, then what can we do? We can't do anything. We can work on this Viveka part. So we can continue to educate our mind. Why? Because as we mentioned, Vivek and Vairagya are at the level of intellect, whereas we behave at the level of emotion, at the level of mind. So we behave habitually, whereas this thinking faculty is through the intellect. So then it would become a constant process of educating the mind. Every time by habit I do something which is not in accordance with my thinking, then I educate. But no, you should not have done this. I educate. Just like you would do to a child, you know. When the child is little, mother constantly, trains the child. Do this or don't do that, or this should not be done. It should be done. This is fine. This should not be done. So like that, we ourselves train our mind. We ourselves try to master our mind and try to change that habit pattern. That habit is what? It's a pattern. It's a pattern that we have to deliberately, alertfully change. So anytime we behave in a manner which doesn't fall in line with this viveka, then we educate our mind. Continue to educate our mind. So coming back to Vairagya, so when we have intense desire for this nitya vastu, the changeless happiness, something that will not come and go, something that stays beyond 6 months of happiness. So when I have this intense desire that enough of hunting for this limited happiness, I want something which is going to last long. And Shastra tells that there is such a thing. And not only that, Shastra tells that you can acquire that nitya happiness. You are capable to have that happiness in your life. So then your desire that, okay, then I want it. And if you want it, then how, your attitude towards all the other desires and objects, how will that be? You will not be
Very much
focused on it.
interested.
will not be interested in it, you will not be focused in it, that will not take precedence
Mhm.
in your life. So examples. Let us take examples. So let us say when we were kids, we played marbles. Let us say, and so till a certain age, we kept on playing with marbles, and we didn't like any other game other than marbles. Then, as we continued to age, now it was no longer that much fun. And now we
Mm.
saw our sister or brother playing badminton,
Mm.
and they would play for hours, and then they would shout, and when they would win, and then they would go for parties, and then they would have pizza party and whatnot.
Mm.
So then you would have this, oh, this badminton seems to be more fun than this marbles. So slowly, first the idea came, and then
Mm.
you brood over it, and then you keep on seeing the enjoyment that your siblings are taking and that your friends are taking. And so slowly, I also want to play this. How are they doing? Oh, I want to be able to give that shot. I also want to do that. And slowly your mind
Mm.
uh, develops that affinity to play this new game. And then when that affinity becomes stronger,
Mhm.
that strong that no, now I have to learn, I have to go and learn it, and nothing doing, then how your attitude towards those marbles are. Those marbles
Mhm.
are forgotten
Yeah.
without your effort of
Mm.
forgetting it. The marbles are forgotten.
Mm.
How are the marbles forgotten? In the light of your desire to play badminton, marbles are automatically forgotten.
Yeah.
The same way, in the light of your affinity towards this nitya vastu, your uh, affinity towards all the limited ends, uh, it uh, it it doesn't take precedence over life. You may
Mm.
continue to acquire it for the sake of worldly matters, but not for the sake of happiness. So that
Happiness. Yeah.
clarity you have. So this state of mind is called vairagya.
Mm.
So one more thing I wanted to say. So sometimes what happens is sometimes vairagya is also a matter of maturity. Uh, like I can tell you that the happiness that you gain from
Mm.
limited
Mm.
objects is what changing. So
Mm.
don't eat ice cream. Okay?
Yeah.
From now on, you're not eating ice cream,
Mm.
Tula. So, are you going to listen to me? Let us
Yeah.
say, even out of respect,
Mm.
if you listen to me,
Mm.
uh, is it going to be vairagya for you?
Mhm.
Or do you still have that rasa?
Desire. Mm.
You have,
Mm.
and not only desire, you have that, yeah, that rasa.
Ah.
Like, yes,
Mm.
there's a word for it, which I'm not able to get it right now.
Mm.
But you acquire a certain enjoyment
Mhm.
out of that eating ice cream and restaurant food or whatnot. So
Mm.
until that interest
Mm.
has not gone away completely, no matter however many times you do this viveka, is it going to work? It's not going to work.
No.
I mean,
Mm.
you can do self control. That you
Mm.
can do. You can start with self control, but ultimately, so we can start with self control. So it's actually going to come down at shama, dama,
Mm.
all that. But it also forms part of vairagya. So you can do self control, like when we do upvas, when we do
Mm.
fasting. So we may be tempted, when you are fasting and your husband and your in-laws are eating
Mm-hmm.
nice food, then you are tempted. But what do you remind your mind? No, I am fasting,
Mm-hmm.
so I am not going to eat. But does that rasa go?
No.
It doesn't go. Your
Mm-hmm.
mind is like, okay, you are fasting and they are eating this nice pineapple cake, pineapple upside down cake.
Mm-hmm.
By that name, how the saliva starts.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Okay, eclairs cake and pineapple cake.
Uh-huh.
So that rasa doesn't go. So then,
Go. Uh-huh.
so so then, how do you, uh, you know, invoke this vairagya?
Mm.
So we can try to make our mind see again by Viveka. Uh, Anytime our mind justifies going there, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the rasa hasn't gone, meaning what? The habitual faculty has attraction towards that. It's
Mm.
like the child, you know. The child has got one eclair.
Mm.
It wants another eclair. It wants two more chocolates. And mother says, what? No, chocolate is not good for your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
And then what is the child trying to do? When the mother is trying to look this way, it wants to kind of,
Mm.
grab one more Lind chocolate
Mm-hmm.
and put it in the mouth. So also our mind is no less than this child.
Yeah, definitely.
So rasa not going is what? Is just like here.
Mm.
The mother knows here, but the child wants to do what? Mother is
Mm-hmm.
not looking. I want
And
to put
eat
it
it.
in the
Mm.
mouth. This is what the
Mm-hmm.
child wants to do. So then again, the mother, the
Mm-hmm.
intellect mother has to rise up and educate the mind that no, it is not good. That's not enough.
Mm.
Uh, so valid reasoning has to be given. So then you can educate the mind that what's the flaw, what's the problem. Okay, I understand. I will do this nitya vivek after I eat this one ice cream,
Mm.
right?
Mm. Mm.
I'll eat this chocolate and then I'll do nitya vastu viveka. So what's wrong in that? I'll break this habit once and then I'll do the viveka. So then I have to give a good rationale so that the mind doesn't
Mm.
cheat. So what is the flaw? What is the disadvantage? Anytime I break the law, I become weak and weak and weak
Uh,
to stand up and say
mm.
no to that law. So the reasoning that I provide uh, to become firm
Mm.
is in gaining happiness from any of these objects, sense pleasures. First of all, my sense organs, uh, they get exerted. You
Mm.
know, let me give you an example of watching a television. You're
Mm.
watching a television. You went for a movie for 3 hours.
Mm.
What for? Entertainment.
Mm.
And it's a constant commotion, fighting, dancing, whatever. And what do you find? Do you find that after 3 hours you are tired? Yes, you laughed, everything.
Mm.
But do you find that now you just want to go home and sleep? Or do you find yourself tired?
Mm.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think
you
I
you,
do.
you can
Even
you
after
can
having
think
a
Mm.
about
nice
it.
meal at a restaurant. Yeah. You find
Yeah,
like you
you're
want a home food.
exhausted. Mm.
So uh, in getting the pleasure from sense objects, if we think about it, and maybe this can be the homework. So
Mm.
think about it. Uh, in getting the pleasures from the sense objects, your sense organs are getting tired because they are working up, they are getting tired. So they are tired. So in experiencing those objects, our sense organs are getting tired. One thing. Before getting it, what is happening? Are we having anxiety to get it or not? So before getting it,
Hmm.
we are anxiety that yes, I want to get it. Yes, I want to get it. I want to get it. It's just like that kid. No, mama, I want that chocolate. I want Lin. I want Lin. I want Lin, 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 Lin. I want it.
Hmm.
Is our mind doing the same thing or not?
Hmm.
I want it. I want it. I want that job. I want that job. The child may be saying Lin, 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 Lin. We are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So before getting that object or before the desire is fulfilled, we are constantly worked up in the anxiety of when will I get it? What should I do to get it? All those things. When I am getting it, when I'm enjoying it, at that time the sense organs are getting exerted, you know, in experiencing that object. Uh, Even when I'm experiencing it, what do I know? This movie is going to last only for 3 hours. So even while I'm laughing right now, it is only for 3 hours. It's a comedy movie. I'm laughing right now, but it is only for 3 hours. Uh, so, so what do I know? It is going to go. I am very much sure that the happiness I'm getting from this object is not going to stay forever. It is going to go. So even while experiencing, I am afraid that this is not going to last longer. And so even if I'm eating the ice cream, I want to eat it slowly so that I can enjoy more. It's such that happiness. So even while I'm experiencing, enjoying it, I am feeling that exertion. What happens after it is gone? Of course, I am sad. Now I want it again. It is gone. Okay, now I am back to that.
Back to that anxiety,
I
huh?
want it again.
Hmm.
And now again I want it. So, in getting the happiness from the sense objects, all through the, before, during, and after, what is involved? Nothing but exertion, nothing but anxiety.
Hmm.
And even if I get happiness, it's limited as well as it is mixed up with this anxiety, which is what sorrow, dukkha,
Hmm.
dukkha in the form of this sorrow, in the form of this anxiety, this anticipation that it will go. So there is some pain or sorrow involved as well. It is not complete pureness. It is not, pure happiness. So we can educate our mind this way. These flaws that are involved with any of the happiness that you try to acquire from uh, the sense objects. And so in educating this way, what will happen is even if you continue to have your ice cream, at least slowly that education uh, will lead you to become more firm and stand up for this Nitya Vastu one day. So if you continue to do this Vairagya, this Viveka, even even if you are not able to uh, completely stand up to that, still it will go long ways that one day you will be able to say, you know what, I have had enough ice creams in my life. I have had enough pastas and enough television. Now I want more. I've grown out of it. So you will grow out of it. So this is what
Yeah.
we want. We don't want you to compel giving anything up. We want you to grow out of this thing. What is Vairagya? Vairagya is growing out of your rasa from things based on this Viveka, based on this observation. What Viveka are we expecting? Observation. You observe your life, and what you have learned here, Viveka, you apply that. Are you finding that in your life? So now, do you still want to continue? Continue as much as you wish and as much as you require. But continue to apply this, like continue to observe this flaws, you know, and then one day you will say, you know what, enough. I I've gone through this process enough, and let me commit to this Nitya Vastu. So one day that will come, and then you will no longer, be driven towards those other things. So now even that rasa will not, attract you. It will not be there. The rasa will not be there. So people can give you ice cream and you may eat it, but it's not going to be safe. It's not. So like after you develop the affinity for badminton, how you approach marbles. Yes, you may play it with your nephew, uh, but you are not, attached to your marbles. In the same way, you may eat ice cream once in a while, but yes, you do not have this notion that this ice cream gives me happiness. So this is what Vairagya is. Vairagya is Viragaha is understanding things for what they are. So maturity of this Viveka of what is permanent and what is anitya, what is impermanent, and what I want is permanent. And so if I want permanent, and that is only one thing, that means I cannot have Nitya Vastu Brahma as well as ice cream. I cannot have Bhoga and Yoga together. So for yoga, for this Nitya Vastu, I have to give up my affinity towards the other things. So that understanding will give rise to what? I just want this. That strong desire will come, and with that strong desire, I don't want this is not something that I have to educate my mind. It will happen. It will happen. So, maturity of Viveka will be this Vairagya. Why do we have rasa in all the sense objects? We'll go 2 more minutes and then we'll stop. Why do we have rasa in the sense objects? Why did you want to buy smartphone the first time?
It's like a mix of insecurity plus the things you see, right? So people
Yes.
like who are like in small communities, for example, so Sajini, you might know that Jewish people have big communities where they don't see the world, so they don't desire smartphones because they don't know that there is, right? તો આપણે જેટલું જોઈએ એટલું આપણને એવું થાય કે હા આપણને જોઈએ છે એ વસ્તુ.
So okay, જોઈએ છે તો શું થાય છે?
તો આપણને
જોઈએ
મન
છે.
થાય રાઈટ કે હવે મને ખબર
હા.
પડી કે સ્માર્ટફોન એક્ઝિસ્ટ કરે છે તો મને એવું છે કે હા મને બી જોઈએ છે.
Some
Okay, કેમ
pleasure,
જોઈએ છે?
yeah, and some pleasure, Ave.
હમ
But that pleasure is very short limited because otherwise we wouldn't
હમ
stop with just the one video we watch.
હા
And
હા
but then even if we know that by listening to all these classes, the mind still goes to the next video and the next video.
યા
And the hours can
Yes,
go by that way.
હા હા
Yeah.
that's right. But I want you to go a little bit slow. So when you see the phone for the first time, very
હમ
first time, first smartphone.
હમ
So what happened then? What did your mind say?
What is the
You want
price?
it, but
That's what my mind says. As a Gujarati, I'll want to know what is the price and then can I afford it?
No,
And then,
that is fine. But before you want something, what will happen? Before you want something,
Mhm.
there is some process that happens in mind. What is that?
I asked,
એટલે
do I
કઈ
need it?
This is
હા Mm,
first.
આઈ થિંક આપણા જોડે જે ના હોય એ આપણને વધારે થાય રાઈટ કે મારા જોડે આ વસ્તુ
Ah,
નથી તો એ તમને ટ્રિગર
okay.
કરે ટુ
Okay. One thing.
હા
One point. You don't have it.
હા
You want it. What will you want it? You don't have landfill. Do you want landfill? You don't have a big, dustbin. Do you want a big dustbin?
No, it'll smell. I don't, it's not going to please my senses. I'm thinking the
So,
iPhone will please
Mm,
one of my
yes, no.
senses.
I'm just refining this
હા
rationale. You don't have something, you want it. It's correct. But do you want everything that you don't have it, or you want only certain things that you don't have it?
only certain which is
What are those certain things? So when you see this, do you equate it? Okay, you don't have this phone, you also don't have landfill,
mm,
you also don't have this big dustbin,
mm,
but you don't desire for the dustbin, you desire for this. Why is that?
need
Okay, you see that perhaps you need it. Okay, what makes you think that you need it?
Mm, I don't know, it's very hard to think about this right now.
Yeah, she's right. It's hard. I do think that I'll in my mind create a need. Oh, okay, with this really nice iPhone, maybe I
Hmm.
can talk to my hospital with
Good.
ease, or I can
Okay, good. So
listen to
what
some nice
Sajni said,
shlokas or join some online class.
Mm,
I'll create a need,
okay,
even though I might have a
okay,
phone at home that's not as updated as this new iPhone that you're showing.
okay,
And so
fine,
I create a
good.
need. That's what I think. And
So,
I'm not sure what I want to see clearly because my vision is declining, whatever. But I create a
mm,
need.
yeah.
okay, so what Sajni's point is that you think that maybe this will bring me some comfort, some happiness. So before buying anything, before acquiring something, you are having this notion when you see this for the first time in your life. First of all, you judge, you make a statement about this thing in your mind. Is it good or is it bad? First thing, is it good?
Mm,
So if that thing is good, if it's like landfill, you don't want that. Why? Because you have made a judgment or statement in your mind. What? I don't need it. I don't need landfill. I don't want a house besides a landfill. Where do you want your house? Besides a
mm,
landfill or besides a nice forest? Of course, you are going to choose besides a
mm,
forest and not a landfill. Why? So all our judgments are very clear. So like that, when we uh, see any new thing, first thing we think about is it good? Is it bad? Second thing, even if it is good, is it useful to me? Is it not?
mm,
If I think it is useful, then I want it. One thing, then I should get it. Then I see the marketing things, and they do nice jobs about marketing, and so then I'm tempted. No, this would be very good actually. I may try to do the Vivek. You already have one phone. What are you going to do with a second phone? No, but sometimes this is work phone. This is it will
mm,
create some rational. So in this manner, the first time you see anything, your mind makes a judgment whether it's good or not. Second thing, is that good thing, is that thing useful to you or not? Uh, is it worth getting it? then it ruminates over it. So once it makes this primary judgment, then it continues to ruminate over it, and then it develops into this desire to, I must have it, I must have it, and then you go after it. So this is how the rasa in anything develops. So this was talking about a phone. You never had a, you know, what is this? Beaver tails. I have never had beaver tails. But after living for 15 years in Toronto, I never tasted beaver tails. And one of my friends from India, she travels and then she had this, and then she tells me, oh my God, you had never had beaver tails? Now, if I am a person who will have rasa in my, taste buds, what will happen? When will she be able to create this, this desire in me to have this beaver tails? When my mind will say that, oh, beaver tails is something that should be tried, uh, then it will give me more happiness, or I'm not contented with whatever I, have. So this kind of processing, when it happens, then my mind will go, no, I will just do whatever. I'll go to Toronto, I will go to downtown, I'll take subway and go. My mind may say, but for that you will have to go to downtown. You have to take your car. It's okay. You can go with your friends. You can take their ride and just go. And so depending on what or how my mind sees, what judgment it makes, it may be driven towards having the beaver tail, or it may be like, lazy and lousy, whatever. I don't need any other beaver. I have had enough ice creams and whatever. One more fancy thing, I don't need it. It's okay. So, like that, anything we see, our mind makes a judgment of how that thing is in our perspective, whether it will be useful or not. And based on that, it continues to develop this rasa. So then we have to de-rasa all that rasa. How? We have been overvaluing something. So now we have to see things for what they are. So Vairagya is all about doing Viveka. And that Viveka alone is going to culminate into Vairagya. So what homework did I give you? I gave you one homework. What was that?
So જે pleasures ના object થી તમે the exhaust that you feel, so when you in getting the pleasure, the objects, your senses get tired, right? So that's what
that's
you
homework.
want to
That's
observe
homework.
it, right?
Yes. Sajni, you got your homework? Yes, you have like examples. Did you understand what the homework I gave you? What was
If you
the
can
homework
repeat
that
it, it will help me.
So basically, when you are experiencing the sense pleasures, when you think that you're getting happiness from anything external, objects or situations, your my statement is that your sense organs, etc., are getting exerted even while experiencing it. So I want both of you to observe your life and see situations when you had been deriving happiness from something external at the level of sense organs, and see whether how whether you felt exertion in your sense
Yes.
organs, in
Yes.
yourself.
I
Right?
understand.
So I want that to be the homework based on your life experiences, so that there's also some more dwelling. And then the second homework can be of this vairagya. So when you have intense desire for something higher, how your attitude for something other than that? How is your attitude for something other than that? So just come up with couple of examples and see. So we definitely have Vairagya for something or the other. We may not have for this Nitya Vastu Viveka Brahma thing, but all of our life we have had Vairagya for something, and only when we had Vairagya for marbles, we were able to go for badminton. So figure out all that kind of examples of what marbles have you left, what kind of Vairagya you have displayed in your life, for what higher goals or for what other goals. So those two
Mm.
are the homework.
Okay.
Okay? Okay.
Mm.
So we'll do the prayers. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Hari Om.
Thank you.
Okay, Hari Om. See you next
Hari Om.
Sunday.
Hari Om.
Next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.